Yo guys, how's it going? AK Moto here. Welcome back to another video working on the CRF450L Supermoto build. In this video, we're going to be knocking out some smaller little projects that we have to get done. First, we have to replace the fuel filter assembly and reassemble our OEM fuel tank. I actually ordered a complete Honda OEM fuel filter kit, which comes with the fuel filter and all the seals that we're going to need to replace our fuel filter. And then once we're done with that, I actually have some aluminum parts off the bike. So we have some parts from the Linkage, looks like our chain guide, and just some aluminum parts too of our motor mounts that I want to actually clean up and get shined up using the same method that we did on the exhaust restoration video with the Prime MX cleaning wheels. And I'm sure I'm going to find other little things to do here for the build before we actually get ready to build the bike. But yeah, definitely going to be a little bit of a mini project day, but nonetheless getting us closer to build day. So yeah, let's get started with reassembling our OEM fuel tank. And for those that aren't aware, I'm deciding to switch from the IMS extended range fuel tank that came with the bike when we bought it. And I'm actually going back to the OEM fuel tank for a couple of reasons. Number one, this fuel tank is going to be a lot lighter to run on the bike. It's going to hold a little bit less fuel, which is in turn going to make the bike a little bit lighter. And this tank is also made of titanium, which I think is pretty cool. It looks pretty cool. Pretty chic piece, a completely titanium fuel tank. Honda makes these fuel tanks titanium because it saves weight. And overall, I really don't see myself needing that super long extended range that we would be getting out of the IMS fuel tank that we have over here. I am going to keep it around just if for any reason in the future we want to switch back to that setup. But for now, I'm going to be running the stock fuel tank on the bike. Alrighty y'all, so we got the fuel pump back assembled in the gas tank here and put a little bit of fuel in it, no leaks whatsoever, so it's looking really good. And yeah, so the reason I'm actually switching back to the stock tank, you'd think, hey, you have a higher capacity tank, don't you want that for a supermoto use, don't you want the most fuel you can hold? I really prefer the playfulness over the extended range for the fuel capacity, so I'd rather have a little bit less weight on the bike, a little bit better handling, you know, in exchange for a little bit less fuel capacity. You know, I don't plan on riding this bike super long distances, and even if I am riding for, you know, an hour or two, I can just simply stop for gas. It's not going to be a very big deal. I'm not going to be taking this thing in the middle of nowhere. And honestly, this stock tank looks way better in my opinion. It's made of titanium and looks pretty trick as well. And I can really appreciate the closer to stock look that a lot of bikes often have. You know, the closer we can get this bike to looking like it just came off the showroom floor, in my opinion, the better. Should work pretty good with the stock tank here. It's the way Honda designed it. These extended range tanks work great too, but I'm willing to give up a little bit of range for a little bit less weight on the bike. Next up on the list for things to do today, we have some aluminum parts that I've taken off the bike. So here I have the upper motor mounts. This is the rear chain guide, and then I have our linkage pieces. Now all of these I want to get shined up on the buffer wheel over here. I know we can get these looking just as good as we did our exhaust right over there. But first, before we do that, we need to clean them up a little bit. They're still pretty greasy, pretty grungy, and I want to go ahead and re-grease all these bearings. So let's go do that right now. Alrighty guys, so we have our linkage parts and our frame, or sorry, our motor mounts, and then our rear chain guide piece looking absolutely beautiful. Now while I'm here using the buffer pads, I'm actually going to touch up our axles as well. So we have our rear axle, our front axle, and then our swing arm pivot. We're going to touch these up on the buffer, just clean them up a little bit. I actually did some of the hardware for the linkage and it turned out really good. So I'm just going to give this same treatment to our axles as well. And just in case anyone is wondering, pretty much the only two greases I really use on the channel are these two. So I use this Bel-Ray waterproof grease in the bearings themselves because this grease runs a little bit thicker. And this Maxima waterproof grease is what I run on axles, maybe bolts, just anywhere where I might want a slightly thinner grease. The Maxima waterproof is what I prefer, but pretty much in any bearings, any roller bearings, anything like that where I want a thicker, more tackier grease, this is what I run right here. And that is going to sum up today's video. Lots of smaller projects that we just knocked out today. So not only did we get the linkage looking brand new, we also got it re-greased, so all the bearings are all freshly lubricated, and we also got that gas tank all good to go. So we have a fresh fuel filter, all new seals all the way around, and that's all good to go. And also some of our axles, so our front axle, rear axle, and our swing arm pivot, they all had a little bit of corrosion on them, so we got that knocked off, and those are going to be ready to install. And yeah, baby steps, but these little things are getting us closer and closer to build day, guys. I'm really excited to start getting this bike back together. In fact, as of the time I'm making of this video, the wheels will be shipping very soon. I just got a notification for that. So yeah, guys, definitely we're getting pretty close. I'm thinking we're probably gonna have the bike built before the wheels get here, and then we'll throw in the wheels. But yeah, we'll see. Hopefully soon though, we'll be getting building this bike. But yeah, that's concluded for today. Definitely subscribe so you guys don't miss the videos where I actually build the bike up. I'm really looking forward to making those videos. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.